be a lot of setup with that Scat of the Week as well. We need to see a great game from Gloryy.
And specifically working with BeanJ. I want to see this mid jungle pop off. Scatter the weak into the Sonic Wave, kill this Orianna over and over until the life is absolutely miserable, and then you can join that into the bot lane as well and make them miserable. The goal here of Team Wales is to have GAM crying their eyes out by the time they finish in this game, because if not, they don't have a hope of moving on to that main stage, and it will be GAM Esports who are cheering once again as Team Wales are left themselves with tears in their eyes.
At this point, Dagda, well, first off, I don't condone bullying, so I'm basically cheering for GAM now after that. I really hope they're not just trying to make GAM cry. But realistically, I just want 5 games now. Like, this series has been so fun to watch so far. We've got a VCS Finals rematch, and GAM looking to repeat their scoreline. They got a 3-1 win domestically. Let's see if they can repeat it here in the qualifications, but Team Wales not going down without a fight. They lock a full aggro composition. They are bringing it to GAM in the 4th game.
Already, we can see everyone spreading out across the ways, wanting to make sure that nobody gets any sort of vision down, because every single game, we've seen these kind of late invades to get vision and make sure that you're in an okay spot. We've even seen split maps coming in from game 2, but now coming into game 4, when the chips are down, looks like everyone's just going to take it nice and easy. Bit of damage across the Levi, though.
When the chips are down, pick them up and eat them. Delicious. It's not very good for you, though, I will say, chips. Trying to eat less.
I'm pretty sure it's a poker term rather than... Oh, so we call them crisps.
I was talking about,
what are you
like,
talking about?
Chips. Is it like fries to
Ah,
the
okay,
wider world?
okay.
You are right. It is a poker term, but I prefer to think about real chips. Team Wales moving in once again. We've seen this sort of invade. Did they get spotted?
I don't think they
on
did.
the wall. It's hard to say. Honestly, I think they did. BeanJ trying to get out. Will flash over the wall. Bia might have to do the same thing. Artemis getting some stacks going. Could move over. I don't know if they realistically win this with a Malphite at level 3, though.
No, put it back away. And my mistake as well, you don't get the level 3 up the tier now, so Levi had gone for. Needed either the Krugs or the Gromp in that one, but we'll just be able to pick it up off the lane stage instead.
I don't think BeanJ was spotted there. He's managed to sneak in behind enemy lines. Pallet, though, in the meantime, moving towards the mid lane. Oh, Gloryy, you're in so much trouble. And he doesn't have his flash available after the level 1 red buff to slow him down. And that's a haymaker from Pallet.
That is the kind of support I love to see. I will say Levi probably doesn't like to see it because he would have loved that early kill. Try and set himself up nicely for the Divine Thunder, but still very far ahead here with that play. Only losing out on the Wolves, so kind of matching the Raptors for Wolves trade there as BeanJ is going to sneak his way back out. May look to... Yeah, I was going to say, I was going to be very surprised if he tried to commit towards a blue buff steal or anything here. Should just try and rotate down to this bot side, pick up his own camps that are still available that hadn't been cleared off his initial play, and then move into Scuttlebutt. Who am I to judge BeanJ?
Yeah, he doesn't have any vision of anything. He is going to commit to the recall in the end. I'm not sure what he was hoping for there, whether he was expecting maybe hoping Kati would come and try and ward that brush or something like this. Not sure. Either way, Artemis, in the meantime, did get a plate down in that bottom side. You can see CS relatively even. And as this wave pushes out, that's kind of your opportunity for Artemis, for Bia, to look for a potential all-in with the Ignite.
Yeah, there isn't a lot that you can do against Slayder, though, because he was able to back and get the longsword versus just the pot on the opposite side. But this is just really nice. Gloryy already burnt the flash. The slow coming through from the command dissonance means it's easy for Levi to get in. And at this stage, Pallet, I know you want the assist, but you definitely should have just left that for Levi, as the red buff slow would have been enough. But still, nice roam from Palace off the fact they'd got that advantage against Artemis and Bia, and they had to disappear back to base.
He just takes a couple of punches to the face. He'll be all right. He'll walk away and go back towards clearing his jungle. In the meantime, Slayder and Pallet have a huge wave to crash. Levi in the area, but I don't think this is a diveable angle right now, so he's going to be able to clear that one. BeanJ was sort of hovering as well, just in case.
Yeah, also with the reset coming through from Slayder and Pallet again, so trying to see if they can keep up the matching the buy that just came through from Artemis. You can see he reset for the recurve, so trying to match fire with fire with the spray of Dirk and completed. So again, should have a bit more control there for the Kaisa in this matchup, just off the buy states, and also the fact that again Pallet has been doing a great job of getting into position smite away by Levi.
BeanJ, unfortunately, missing out on the steal. And he's quite far behind in CS at this point. Gloryy starting to take control of this mid lane matchup. Kati, low on HP, low on mana. Gloryy at that level 6 mark. Like, if they're both low on HP in that mid lane, when you hit level 6, that's a big advantage towards Gloryy. Pallet flashing forward, so he's at level 6, but it just doesn't matter.
Great play from Pallet, managing to catch Gloryy on the edge of that. Now we'll be spotting out Pallet as well, but I thought we might have seen Team Wells trying to make a play in towards mid lane. I was actually about to praise Gloryy for the advantage he's picked up, and now Sparda.
He's level 6. Sparda's level 6. He's going into the mid lane. It's a knock up there. The hook, though, blocked. As the root lands onto Kati, he's ignited and should go down, but BeanJ so low on HP. Levi chasing for the kill and finds the 1v1. Pallet as well, low. In the meantime, Sparda trying to finish one of these kills off, but he just can't get onto anyone. And now Levi keeping the fight going. Levi, you might have overstepped on this one, but pulled back in is Sparda. Flashes for a kill, and there's a bonus. Gloryy arrives on the scene.
GAM just needed to back away. They got what they came for, but instead tried to overextend, and this Team Wales were able to fight their way back, and Gloryy picking up a kill on the back of that is going to massively help out this Syndra.
That is absolutely huge, because already CS lead for Gloryy at this point in the game, as Kati wanted to go 1-1 there, but ultimately that bonus kill there evens up the gank that we saw onto Gloryy earlier on in the lane.
Yeah, I mean, the fact now as well that you get the opportunity to play around Gloryy a little bit more because he's come back, he has that level 6 hit, you still have BeanJ's there, he still has flash as well. It means there are opportunities to try and continue to make plays in mid, because ideally that's what Team Wales was going for. You can see that BA was already waiting in the wings. They wanted to try and play around Gloryy, who's going to hit that level 6 so soon here, but Pallet preemptively getting into the mid lane, knows that he's just stronger than the Nautilus when it comes towards the 2v2, because it's a set versus a Nautilus. And then here, I mean, you kind of get the kill for Team Wales, but the fact that Kati manages to step away in the backside, also get that ultimate off, means that Team Wales have to overextend in this position. And then it's just GAM who start to chase them down. But again, at this stage, GAM just back away. Levi decides to re-engage, and Pallet has to move in to try and set things up. But good flash from Sparda, manages to set that one.
I was trying to figure out what Levi was thinking. I just saw the Void Seeker fly up from Slayder. He's trying to set up for the Kai'Sa ultimate, fly in, get the kills onto the AD carry. Unfortunately, doesn't work out. Sparda flashes, finishes that kill. Makes it impossible, then Gloryy getting the bonus off the back of it. Sparda moves back up to the top side. And we kind of reset to 0 for a second. I just want to quickly mention as well, Dagda. I feel like we're almost seeing like the foreshadowing of the fact that Adam's playing later today. First off, Sparda ganking the mid lane, but also we get a set in this lobby as well. It feels like a very like pre-Adam series.
We'll have to see if it's going to be the Darius game here for Team Wales when they bring out the gods, or if it's going to be a different or if it's going to be the dogs for GAM instead. But I think this has kind of been a decent spot for GAM from the get-go, right? Your set's doing perfectly well. He's playing aggressive, which is what you want from the set, especially in the roams, and being able to set up the team. You've got the Rift Chart now in your back pocket. Divine Sunder very much started for Levi. As long as you can actually get this down into the bot side to get Slayder up and rolling, I think you're in a great spot. I'm a bit concerned about them trying to get control over mid lane here for the Rift Herald, just because if BA is there and BeanJ is there, there's a lot of burst damage that can come out to Kati, point in case right there. And if you end up in a situation where you get stunned, BeanJ follows up, he has kick into a hook, you don't really get to play the game as Kati. So I think leaning bot into a play there is going to gain more for GAM, especially when Pallet's flash, I think, is going to be coming up in just about a minute and a half time.
So you're taking a little bit of poke there. Drake up on the map right now, and Kati down to half HP as they are fighting desperately for Prio now. You can see Kati doing everything he can to get control of this mid lane, but when your health bar's this low, yeah, Pallet moving over. Somebody's got to help Kati get this wave in, because otherwise Gloryy has a chance at an all-in. Pallet, I've got to say, it's been on point so far on this set.
Yeah, I mean, the pullbacks have been great. I wasn't sure if you get the slow, if he was going to try and worm his way in behind there to get the ult, but you can see his flash just now back off cooldown, and this is where you got to get dangerous.
Levi gets the Drake as we're all grouped up. Sparda has the ultimate available. They're just going to go for the closest target, but that's a Wukong across everyone, and Pallet finds one. Slayder flies in from the side, and it's more kills into the pocket of Pallet.
Beautiful positioning from Levi. I think Team Wales assumed that he'd gone over the wall with the clone, and that's why they weren't worried about him. But Levi just hiding in the pit, knowing there's no vision there for Team Wales, and GAM strike perfectly back onto the play.
I mean, Pallet, 3-1 and 3 right now, 100% kill participation and a hat trick on this set. It's not a meta pick, but it's working beautifully.
So we see here Team Wales trying to take the fight. Dragon goes down and they see Levi exit into the pit. So they see, oh, they're trying to back away. Levi's going to go over the wall, but Levi doesn't. So actually sets up beautifully alongside Pallet with that gorgeous ultimate haymaker across, picks up the kill for him. And Slayder's then able to use the CC that's already been there to follow in to pick up the double kill for the support. I mean, you've got to be happy with that. Look at that from Levi.
They are over the moon with that one, feeling the energy. The funny thing is, it's not even like the first kill he got. Yeah, fair play. Pallet kind of just stole that one. But those two, like, they were the first one was a necessary kill. The second one in that fight, that was actually his ignite that kind of unluckily took it. So it's not even like he's actively trying to take these kills either. So far, so good for GAM. You see the gold difference there, slowly but surely eking upwards. Over 2,000 at this point. Artemis as well is on this Callista. You kind of want to be ahead in this kind of game. And we're talking about Team Wales picking this composition that really want to scrap, that really want to go forward, but it doesn't feel like they can right now.
And that's the biggest problem. Artemis just hasn't been in a position where they can try and play off him because Pallet has just been, hey, push the bot, roam elsewhere. Now, Sparda's in a lot of trouble, forced to flash because the ultimate wasn't up and available. And that's going to give a ton of control now as you try to look towards Rift Herald in 2 minutes' time. No flash on the Malphite makes it significantly easier for GAM to position fights.
So he does. Gloryy will be able to clear this wave, deny the Herald. Oh, not deny the Herald, kill the Herald, but did get that one plate off the back of the Herald, and Kiaya already 2.5 plates in on the top side, close to a third one. It's Levi getting cheeky in the jungle once again. Basically, the whole of Wales are here, aside from Sparda. So won't be able to do too much. Although, perhaps could look towards a dive on this bottom side. Kati looking for an all-in onto Gloryy, but the scat of the week will deny.
Yeah, just about able to back away. You see though, Kati now feeling way more confident to position aggressively because he can get the kill.
Shockwave, Kati looking for a solo kill. Kati is destroying Team Wales.
Oh, hang on, we're still looking. BeanJ forced to ward off, but he's still got to follow the kick away, but Pallet's there! And 4 kills for the bloodthirsty support of GAM!
Pallet is taking them apart. This is brutal. GAM are here. Game number 4 is their game right now. They want to go to the Swiss stage. They want to win on the board.
Absolutely beautiful stuff from GAM. I mean, Kati at the moment is putting the double Y into Gloryy. As every time he tries to step up, Kati's asking why, puts him in his place. And then on this, like you can see it here, Kati knows he's got the damage, steps past the orb, so there's no way the Scatter Kumik can land. The shockwave is beautiful, and the clockwork wind up with that damage is straight there. BeanJ then tries to step into position, but the damage, thanks to that Divine Thunder being completed, 2 bashes sets him up perfectly, and Pallet flash, ignite, yoinks him in for the kill.
It sets him up perfectly, and then Set gets involved as well. Takes the kill. Pallet with 4. Oh, no. Look at the support goal difference. I have never seen a support goal difference this strong outside of Slayder.
He's the second most goal difference in the game. I love these Mastercard Lane Academy snapshots where we just get to see that here is the stupid amount of goal difference you need to look at.
I will say, this slight negative for GAM is you don't really want all of your gold on your support, but at the same time, you're 8-3 up, you're 5k
it's also
up.
Set.
It
like
is set,
everyone, you're kind of like, oh, yeah, this is actually all right. Like, I'll be able to make this one work. So, and they're making it work. Levi and Pallet have decided that they're going to go hold hands around the map. Now starting off the Rift Herald, keeping control over the mid lane as well. You can see they're starting to get wards placed around this area because they're like, as long as we can control mid priority, we can start to lean towards Rift Herald. Dragon in 15 seconds, they'll probably be a little bit late for, so if Team Wales are quick enough, they might be able to make something happen there, but I think they're a bit worried that if they go for that Dragon, they're actually going to lose their mid-turn in response.
Yeah. We'll do the Hextech Drake next. And luckily for us, the first Drake of the game was Cloud, so no Cloud souls today, but Levi flashed away by Artemis, but the shockwave, you can't flash away from that one. Will survive for the time being. That's 2 ultimates used, and now Gloryy forced to flash himself by Kiaya.
Yeah, though Kiaya still getting the better of that. You can see the amount of Merc thread value that's going to be coming out in this one between the Malphite, Nanos, and the Syndra. Means that he's perfectly happy to go toe-to-toe with Gloryy. Kati, though, has no ultimate. Needs to be careful. Sparda, no flash. But if you're all in the pit here as GAM, maybe this is where Artemis can come alive.
Sparda level 11, so second level on that ultimate. Keep your eyes on the Mal fight. The ult has to be huge. Gloryy over the wall as well. Scat the weak. Could be massive if Sparda can set it up. Pallet actually going to bring Sparta over to the rest of his team. Still holding on to that ultimate as Artemis goes on to Kiaya. They got the Drake as well. And it's huge damage coming down onto the carries. There's another one for Gloryy. As Levi goes down as well. It's just disaster for the side of GAM.
The fact that Pallet ends up being caught out there is huge. He's kind of their big engage tool at the moment when Levi doesn't have an ultimate for himself. And I think Team Wales read the situation perfectly. We have the opportunity to take this fight with the ultimates, the position we have, and they fight back against GAM.
I can't believe how clean that fight was. I can't believe how one-sided that fight was. They're so far behind, or at least were so far behind. Now with a Hextech Drake, and it's an infernal soul this game.
This is the thing though, watch as Pallet goes in here, watch Sparda's positioning. He steps behind Pallet so he can't actually ult him into the team. So he ends up going away. Kiaya is now overextended to try and get Artemis. Great cleanse by Artemis as Kiaya gets the CC. And then Sparda gets the double knockup as Gloryy is coming into position off of being forced away on bot side to then set up for the follow-up. Like, it is a beautiful moment across, like positioning from Sparda, the cleanse coming through from Artemis, and then Gloryy just getting in at the right perfect timing.
Great hook there from Bia at the end of the fight onto Kati. That, I mean, Gloryy must have felt so good to just throw an auto attack out at the end of the fight and finish off the mid laner that solo killed you in the lane. That's gotta feel cathartic. And you can see the goal difference dropping dramatically from the side of GAM there. Team Wales still behind, make no mistake. 2,500 gold lead still for GAM. The fact that you can lose a fight that handedly and still be 2,500 gold up says a lot. His pallet already low, but Artemis has gone way too far forwards. He's just destroyed. Gloryy might be in the same boat. As Slayder jumps on forward to finish the kill. The pulled underneath the tower, though. Slayder's so low on HP. BeanJ surely can finish that one off. Needs a ward hop. He's still on the queue. Was it on cooldown? It must have been Sparda and Kiaya sparring as well.
Yeah, still had the cooldown on the Q. Could have flashed and gone for it, but not quite able to get into range. That was very dangerous from Slayder. But still, GAM get it back. Tower down, 2 kills go over in favor of just the 1 for Levi. So big moves from GAM to try and keep control of this game. But again, this is the back and forth we've had all series long. Just when you think one person has gotten a lead, they come back. BeanJ was trying to set up here, I think, for a kick, but the minion died. And that's why with Gloryy here, they're like, hey, look, we've got the numbers advantage. But Levi immediately beats them to the punch, goes in aggressively, just decimates Artemis with the shockwave from Kati, putting Artemis into the team. Then you get the follow-up onto the Cinder damage as well. And Slayder just barely able to walk away from that one, but not so much for Kati.
Yeah, I don't think Kati's getting out of this one alive. Theo with another hook. Great ultimate from Sparda. Artemis being chased down by Kiaya. That's a lot of spears, though. The croc might fall on this one. Doesn't have the damage. Artemis trying to kite away here. Levi has the ultimate available. Wants to try and save it. Slayder will finish it off underneath the tower. Walks away with his life. Gloryy arriving on the scene. I don't think this is a 2v1 he can take right now.
Still top lane going down. Pallet, where are you off to, buddy?
Yeah, no reinforcements this time. You may have 4 kills, but you're still playing set. Everyone dodges the true damage, and they will finish the job off. Yeah, there we go. Okay, there we go. Shut down. It's the fucking BeanJ.
The tower didn't go down in bot lane. The charge didn't go across from the Rift Tower. Gloryy was able to interrupt it. So Team Wales actually fight the 1-for-1, get tower, but might be Gloryy who falls now that Levi has ult.
Yeah, huge kill there. Slayder, easy finish off. Double ultimate used on the bottom side. Gloryy realistically overstepping, and you said, you know, the tower survived. Not any longer.
It was so close to being a big win for Team Wales. They get the tower, they match kills, but I think Gloryy kind of breathed an early sigh of relief. Was like, okay, we're all going to push off. But Levi, as you called out in that play, held on to that ultimate for so long that they just must have assumed it wasn't up or that it was used. And then he ends up coming into the lane to kill off Gloryy. So now you get full vision control on this bot side for Dragon in a minute's time and wave push. This is where you can try and set up for second Dragon very easily as GAM.
And I have to say as well, we've been talking about how action-packed we expected this series to be. It's all coming to a head, Dagda. We've got more than a kill a minute so far in this game. And with Drake spawning in 45 seconds, you've got to expect there's going to be more.
But this is the thing. I think if you're looking at Team Wales, you have to to try and play to pull GAM out of their comfort zone. If you can try and set up and play off the vision you have established at Baron, maybe you can try and push mid and draw GAM into this area, because if you're walking in blind to Sparda, to Gloryy, these kind of CC opportunities, it's going to set you up well. I don't think they have enough control over the bottom side right now to keep it in check. Though Kiaya, a bit late to the play here, so it looks like Team Wales will be able to fight for mid priority and actually get the vision control that they need back on this river area.
It does feel like GAM with 2 items on Slayder already in a fantastic spot for this fight. If Slayder can position correctly, he will one-shot people with this build, and assuming he's not on Sparda at very least.
Keep your eyes on Levi. Flashes up. Ult just came up, but there's the stun!
Great combo. It's only onto the clone, though. Sparda couldn't quite find his target, and now he's just going to be chased out. Force the flash. Does get the shockwave out from Kati. We go back to the status quo.
Levi still has his engaged though, and that's where GAM actually have the advantage. You need BA. This has to be a huge knockup from BA, but there goes Levi.
Levi into the back line, but there's not much follow-up from the rest of his team. They all back away here. Gloryy still alive. Kiaya getting into the back line as Sparda trying to tank. Slayer has gone so deep for this one, but he's totally alone. Slayder versus the world. He gets underneath the tower, but look at the spears rendered and taken down. But Pallet saves the day again. Levi now looking for more as the hook comes out from Beer to escape the play. BeanJ alongside him. No ultimate available as we're just in full retreat for Team Wales.
BeanJ needs to start landing some of these sonic waves. The consistent overextension from Team Wales, because he hasn't been landing these Qs, is causing them major issues. See, there, that's overextend for Slayder on the bot lane tower, and that's where Pallet's able to come in to finish off Artemis. Now GAM have control over Dragon, but I don't know how much control they have. Gloryy, TP available, now coming back up. Sparda going to be able to TP in just a matter of seconds, and his ult is just around the corner.
Yeah, he wants to go. BeanJ's just looking for a 2v1 here, and he'll find it as well. Levi pulled back in. No, great clone coming out from him. Sparda's TP'd in. Gloryy actually managing to hold on to his TP as well, realizing they've taken control of the play. That means he can just move to the bottom lane. This will be a second Drake for Wales.
I mean, it shouldn't have gone this way, but you'll be happy as it is Team Wales managing to get that play, to get the Dragon for themselves and some kills back, but messy stuff on both sides. Everyone is tossing everything and the kitchen sink at each other to try and find some advantage, but it's not really coming in for either.
And just imagine the world where those 5 kills that Pallet has are on some carries.
Again though, coming into this, right, Sparda, the engage is already gone, so this is great from Levi, but you called it in the fight. Nobody there on Levi to follow up, and Slayder's caught in the pit, so Slayder feels the need now to overextend to finish Gloryy, but he's in a terrible position because Sparda is just tanking all this damage from the backline on top side. But this Q needed to hit from BeanJ, because now Artemis is overextended underneath the tower. Pallet is set up then to follow up, and it means that they're not able to just have Artemis stay safe in this fight, and now with the consistent damage down, that's why GAM are able to try and follow up. But as you said, Kati thinks he has way more that he can do in this scenario, but once that damage lands, we've already got the Core Drinker here from BeanJ. He's able to keep himself nice and healthy, Conqueror stacked. It's easy pickings for BeanJ.
And I think awkward pathing there from Pallet as well, going into the pit to Hex Flash over, but couldn't actually join. So it ends up actually being a 2v2, even though there was 3 players on the map for GAM.
I do want to bring us back into focusing on items after the team fight damage. You can see Artemis doing some work.
My goodness.
The Nashor's Tooth just picked up for Slayder. Absolutely massive for the Kaisa. She's going to be a menace now in these fights, especially if you can proc that ultimate. Or sorry, proc that passive.
Yeah.
Also looking at Artemis, Gwinsu's Blade of the Rune King. He's in a great spot. Stopwatch as well to stop some of these engages from Kiaya or even Levi if he manages to get onto him. So both AD carries are going to be firing a hell of a lot of damage in these fights. And Kiaya wants to try and get a flank off here, so you need to be very careful if you're Artemis.
Certainly do. And it feels like the next couple of fights could decide everything. GAM, they want this so bad. Did they get spotted? I don't think so there, but they've cleared it anyway, so that'll give away the ghost. Sparda trying to move in. Kiaya still behind enemy lines. Artemis actually cutting towards it here, getting behind the play. BeanJ there to support, but Glory's gone down. In the meantime, Kiaya still surviving. The kick across the team here. Sonic Wave onto Slayder as Kiaya should finally fall. Artemis still alive, getting one for himself as Slayder. Kiting back. BeanJ with his team. Pallet pulls Artemis in as well, but BeanJ gets onto Slayder. He doesn't have the damage though. Slayder's so huge in this game, and Artemis is still kiting, still going, but he's totally alone.
He's the only one left, and Pallet is just going to keep him away as the rest of GAM get control over mid. Pallet can kill him if Artemis isn't careful, but it doesn't matter. GAM, they have the health bar on Levi. They're going to turn over towards the Baron.
GAM get their opportunity to take control of this game now as Kati moves in to help with that Baron. And this is such a messy fight from Wales.
And Kiaya is on a ward, so they knew this was happening. The cleanse from Artemis, it's a good positioning from him. But again, with Gloryy going down, there's not really enough damage there from just Artemis to carry this fight, especially with both of the damage dealers on GAM still up and available. This ult as well hits onto the clone. These clones have been getting so much value from the Wukong, where the Nautilus goes in, gets the knock-up, BeanJ tries to escape, but Slayder flashes in to follow up on it, and then Artemis is just running for the hills. So you see work trying to be done in these fights, but there's just not enough if Glory's going to go down like that.
And now GAM get themselves a Red Bull Baron power play to work with. Kati, the missed timing on the scat of the week, and now Artemis has to use that stopwatch, but the entire gang is here. Kati the target, Artemis low on HP but still surviving. No, Kiaya cuts him down and Kati survives as well. Kiaya still full HP. How is this a 1-5 for GAM? And now BeanJ is going to be caught out. Sparda trying to just buy space for his team, but knocked up himself and will slowly be whittled down. Gloryy trying to save his mount fight, but I don't think there's anything that can be done. And Pallet, you're going nowhere, Gloryy. Pallet is taking control of this. He wants a Swiss.
Gloryy is going nowhere, but I can tell you where GAM are going, and it's the base of Team Wales off the back of a magnificent pick onto Artemis. That could be it right here.
GAM, call them cheesy, call them a roll, because they want a Swiss today, that's for sure. A 10,000 gold lead as they start to hammer away at the Nexus. In goes BS try and buy time, but this is all GAM. They remind Team Wales why they were the first seed out from the BCS, and they